today being the premiere show, I am honored and humbled to have Mr. Timothy Owase, who is the CEO of the Kenya Film Commission, our host and our biggest supporter. Timothy, karibu sana.
Thank you, Andeshi.
Thank you so much for making time. I know it's a Sunday, and so I don't take this for granted.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Asante sana.
So, let's start with, maybe you can also introduce yourself. Who is Timothy?
Thank you very much, Andeshi. Timothy Owase is my name. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Kenya Film Commission, which is a state corporation under the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Arts and the Sports, and whose responsibility is to promote and market Kenya's film industry in Kenya.
Great.
Yes.
Now, you've told me about the commission.
Yes.
You haven't told me who Timothy is. Who are you? Are you married? Do you have kids? Do you have a girlfriend? Who is Timothy? We need to know you, to connect with you.
Timothy is a professional marketer, a fellow for that matter, and a studying lawyer, but a creative economy expert and a supporter of the screen sector 100%. Timothy is a father of 3, 2 boys and 1 girl. My firstborn is aged 21 years. My secondborn is 15 years, while my lastborn is 9 years old.
Oh, great.
Yes,
Congratulations.
yes. Thank you.
Awesome. So now that we know the man behind the Kenya Film Commission,
Right.
now tell us a little bit more about the Kenya Film Commission, because I may know about it, but other people out there don't know about the Kenya Film Commission.
Kenya Film Commission, as I stated earlier, is a state corporation whose responsibility is to create a vibrant film industry in Kenya and promote Kenya's filming locations as an ideal space for international filmmakers to shoot films on location in the country. So the commission has about 11 mandates, which range from marketing, research, capacity building. We have audience development. We talk about outreach, facilitation, funding, incentivizing the industry, among others.
Wow, okay. That's a heavy mandate.
Summed up with the one rider that we have a mandate to create a vibrant film industry in Kenya.
How is it working for you so far?
So far, so good. When I took over office in 2019, we embarked on a journey to position the country as an ideal filming location. And so far we have attained quite a number of strides, but there is still some more work that we are undertaking. And I believe in the next phase, we are out to achieve exactly that. Championing the policy components of the screen sector. And when I talk about the screen sector, I'm referring to animation, film, and gaming. This is a huge space that has a huge potential for the local film industry to thrive. We have so many stories here in Kenya that we would like to tell the world. And again, looking at the screen sector as a sector that has the potential to create more jobs, create wealth, cohese the country in terms of bringing people together, I believe that the continued effort by Kenya Film Commission to promote the sector is aimed at achieving the aspirations of the Kenyan people. And that's why the government has put the commission here deliberately to give us that particular space.
That's awesome. So now, I'm picking up on, you've talked about the country and supporting the Kenyan people and all that. We've got Kenyans in the diaspora.
Right.
All spread out.
Yes.
Are they also catered for under the commission, or because they're out of the country, then it doesn't apply to them, or the policies or whatever regulations don't apply? How does that work?
Remember, Kenya Film Commission is a government institution responsible for anything to do with the film. And when we talk about
but the film has to be here.
Filmmaking in the country,
okay,
there are various facets to it. One, we are looking at the international market, and we're also looking at the local film industry. On the local scene, we are here to grow capacity, attract investment into the country, also build skills within our key filmmakers, open distribution channels, and at the same time look at the external market. On the international scene, Kenya Film Commission is interested in bringing into the country key big budget films being produced on location in Kenya. And that's why the international market is so critical as well, in addition to the local.
Okay.
So Kenyans in diaspora,
Yeah.
just like any other Kenyan, are there to be served by Kenya Film Commission. Any filmmaker who is out there and is a Kenyan, or anyone working in a different country, I believe they're also looking for local stories. So Kenya Film Commission is championing space where they are able to access Kenyan content, and we would like to be able to promote Kenyan stories to the world, so that we can be understood better.
Yeah.
We brand our country.
Yeah.
We need to be known as a destination, either for tourism, for other aspects, be it farming, and so on and so forth. Kenya is a destination for investment, and this can be communicated very well through filmmaking.
Awesome. Now, you've heard that this is what the Kenya Film Commission facilitates, okay? Whether you're here in Kenya or whether you're outside, but if you want to do a film or a production, right, yeah, here in Kenya, and you want it promoted, marketed, facilitated, supported in any way, the commission is there for you, right? So you've had that right from the horse's mouth, so to speak. But now my question is, how accessible are you, or how do we access you? So I'm seated in Australia, for example, and I want to come and film in Kenya. How do I get support from you? How do I access you?
Great. Kenya Film Commission, as I mentioned earlier, as a state corporation, we are a public entity that is accessible by all our stakeholders, both local and international. We are leveraging on technology to be accessed by any given stakeholder. So for you to get connected to Kenya Film Commission, you go to Kenya Film Commission website, that is www.filmingkenya.go.ke. You can also go to the Kalasha International Film and TV Market website, which is linked to our main website for all our services. So Kenya Film Commission is open. We are using technology. You can also communicate to us through the digital platforms like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, among others, because that is easy for us to be able to communicate, and any stakeholder out there can be able to connect to us without any hindrance. In addition to that, you can be able to write to us either through post, email, or any other mechanism. Yes.
That one I will actually agree with, because every time I have written to the Kenya Film Commission, either to yourself directly or to one of your colleagues, I do get an immediate response. So that is one thing I can definitely attest to. The Kenya Film Commission is accessible from anywhere in the world. So please introduce yourself to them today if you have a project that you would like to do here in Kenya. Okay, now moving forward and picking up from your last statement, you talked about Kalasha, and we have this lovely trophy right in front of us. Tell me a little bit about this, about the journey of Kalasha. I remember I was there at the beginning,
Well,
so you won't lie to me.
Kalasha is just one of the many programs that Kenya Film Commission champions.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, we have programs that range from capacity building. We undertake master classes. We do outreach programs to schools and universities. We undertake to host Kalasha annually, which is an awards. We also have the second version of Kalasha, which is the market, the Kalasha Film and TV Market, which takes place annually as well. And this year, I'm happy to confirm that we are hosting Kalasha this month from the 29th, 30th to 31st of March. And we are inviting all participants from all over the world to be able to come and share with us the local content, financing. We'll be undertaking various workshops, conferences, discussing issues to do with the policy, how we can be able to serve you better, and also providing a platform where buyers and sellers of content can be able to connect. We are also privileged to have an opportunity to screen some 6 wonderful African films that will be screened during the market, as championed by UNESCO and one of the VOD platforms during the market.
That's brilliant. I mean, I am a huge fan of Kalasha, and I say this because when the market was launched in 2016, 2015, thereabouts, I was actually one of the directors or rather Media Pros as a company, you know, who did that. You may not have that background because or that because you hadn't joined then, but we were working very close with the French embassy, who were the sponsors at the time, and it was a very, very interesting time for us to, you know, bring delegates together. Now, looking back at that time, from 2015 to where we are now, and seeing how it has progressed, I can say you've done an incredible job. First of all, in marketing. We didn't have international delegates then. Now you've got international delegates coming to the market.
Yes.
You didn't have deals that were being sealed then. Again, it was very introductory. Now people are leaving the market with deals signed up. And then, of course, just the discussions, the panel discussions around that, the workshops. I think I did the pitching workshop the last time. And also I did, I was in a panel discussion on distribution and I'm also doing it again this year. I just love the interaction and just seeing the diversity in terms of how many people really are coming to Kalasha. So that's a plus for the commission. It started here, it's here now, and it's going here, right?
You are very right, Wangeshi. I just want to emphasize that when you talk about the business of filmmaking or the screen sector business, it's real business, and that's why when we talk about Kalasha International Film and TV Market, it's a platform for businesses within this particular space to actually trade. We like filmmakers to explore, connect, interact, and be able to transact businesses. Storytelling is not only just about entertaining people. It's all about transactions. How do we create wealth if we do not provide platforms? And that's why Kalasha was actually established, so that we can be able to provide that platform for filmmakers to be able to connect with their counterparts, and for the commission to provide an extra opportunity for co-production, either at a company level or country to country. Last year, November, Kenya signed the first ever co-production agreement between Kenya and South Africa, and we are looking forward to be able to sign even more with other countries. That will expand the space for content distribution. It will give our filmmakers an opportunity to reach more audiences, and in addition to that, give them room to create more wealth.
That's awesome. Totally believe and agree with it. There's a key word that you have mentioned, business. I want to pick up on that because unfortunately, or correct me if I'm wrong, film is not really looked as a business. A lot of people that I engage with, especially when it comes to corporates, when I'm looking for sponsorship, you know, people to help with the business of film, or even banks, they don't really come forth. So what are we doing, or what have you done, maybe as a commission, or maybe even as Timothy yourself, to educate people or to inform them about the business of film? Because everybody keeps complaining. How do I've got a script, I've got a great idea, but I don't know how to get it out. You know, I don't know what to do. Or maybe you have a project, you go to a platform and they say, no, this is not for us. So how can it be a sustainable business? How can the commission help creatives to see this as a business?
For a very long time, the business of film was not considered as real business, and the main reason being lack of statistics. So us as Kenya Film Commission, we have deliberately come up with a film industry satellite account with the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, which will be launched soon. And
Kenya National Bureau of Statistics.
Meaning we'll now have an opportunity to document every statistic in the film industry.
Wow.
When we have figures, then it will be easy for any investor to know exactly the trajectory of the film industry in the country, the kind of investment and the demands, because we need to be able to inform the publics how many films are being shot on location in Kenya, how many are local, how many are international,
and how much it costs,
how many people are employed, how many women are actually being employed in the industry, how many creatives are graduating from university to join the sector. That way, even the government will have figures that they can be able to utilize in terms of planning the future of the industry. So Like any other business, when we see listed companies posting how much they have been able to make as far as profits are concerned, the same applies to the film industry. I want to give you a very interesting statistic. 2019-20, global spend in the screen sector. And when I talk about screen sector, I'm referring to the three areas.
Okay.
Film, animation, and gaming. The global spend was $177 billion. So for me as a CEO, the biggest question I ask myself is, out of the $177 billion, how much was spent in the country? If I can be able to spend 10 billion out of the 177, I think I'll have created a lot of wealth in this country. Absolutely. And that is my trajectory, because it is possible. We have so many stories that we can be able to upload into games. We have a growing population, young people that need stories that we can be able to adapt into the education system. Children's content is on a very high demand, and we find that in this country, most of the children's content are imported. So the filmmakers in the country, my challenge to you is very simple. This is a niche that has not been utilized. Why can't you take it up and tell the stories to these young children, so that we can be able to take this to the Ministry of Education and have this as part of our curriculum? And when we do this, we'll be cementing our values, our culture, and also the trajectory on where we are going based on the storytelling component.
You've mentioned two very key things. I'm going to start with one. Pick up on one. You've talked about very specific genres, niches. You've talked about kids content.
Correct.
You said family oriented content, and the other one, music, I think.
Family and children's content.
Okay, family and children's. Okay.
Yes,
so this is my question to you. I've got an idea.
Yes.
As Wageshi. Brilliant idea that definitely is targeted at kids.
Yes.
Where do I start from?
Well, if you have an idea, first of all, this being business, I expect Wangeshi to have a business plan.
Okay, business plan, number one.
A business plan.
Okay.
Know where you will be able to source your funding for your project. Know your figures in terms of how much you expect to make out of this project when it is complete.
Have the whole concept.
I would like you to have a proper concept.
Yes.
Get to know who are your audiences.
Yes.
Have statistics in terms of how long it will take for you to get your return on investment.
Right.
And for advisory purposes, you can always come to Kenya Film Commission.
Yeah.
Then my liaison and production team should be able to provide you information that you require, where you can be able to go in terms of funding proposals, how you can be able to access international markets, how you can be able to access funding components, filming equipment, government services as far as facilitation of the film industry is concerned, among others. So starting, for me, my challenge to the industry is first appreciate that you are in business. If you are a creative, then hire somebody who has a business mind to help you with the entrepreneurial elements.
Yes,
as far as your
like me.
Exactly. Because the moment you only focus on filmmaking as entertainment, then you will lose out. You will not be able to achieve what we aspire to achieve as a country, especially from the Kenya Film Commission's perspective. Why am I saying this? I would like to see filmmaking entertaining the publics, at the same time being able to create opportunities for wealth creation. Yes. And
sustainability.
Exactly.
Because it really becomes your livelihood.
Indeed.
You know, that's where you're getting your money.
Very correct. And this is very much in line with our Vision 2030.
Okay, so that's great. That's a good point. Okay, so guys, you heard from the Kenya Film Commission, if you're looking at content, especially if you're in content development, look at different niches that are not overpopulated. So kids is one that is underserved. I totally agree with that. If you've got content or ideas for kids content, now you see where you can start from. But again, he's also said that you need a business plan. You just can't have an idea in your head. You have to put all your thoughts together. Show how it is that you're going to put the content together, what it is that you're going to do, how you intend to do it, whom you're working with, where you intend to also get other support from, and all that, because then that really becomes a sustainable project, and no investor will come in if they know that after 3 days it's not going to happen. So you have to be very clear in that path, which I appreciate and I agree with. And this also even comes in when you're looking for sponsorship, for example.
Indeed.
When you're going to corporate or private sector or even the government and asking for support. If you don't have this clearly in mind, if you, what you want to do, then who's going to buy into that,
business.
right?
Have a formal business that is registered.
Oh, so you register as well?
You register your business.
Okay.
So that when you are coming to Kenya Film Commission as a filmmaker, you are coming to Kenya Film Commission, you have a KRA number, you have a bank account. I just want you to operate as a formal entity.
What if I don't have the capacity to set up a business? Can I not come as an individual as long as I have KRA? Because of course, if you're an adult, you have a KRA.
Anyone
PIN,
above
right?
18,
yes.
Even as an individual, you still have a PIN. So that is good enough.
So I can still come as an individual.
Yes,
I don't need to come as media pros. I can come
Correct.
as Wageshi.
That's right. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
That is great. Now, back to the other point that I had you mention. You talked about the Kenyan National Bureau of Statistics?
Kenya National Bureau of Statistics.
Okay.
Which is
Tell me a little bit more.
statistics agency for the country.
Okay.
Every year, you get to hear from government that we had X number of tourists who visited our country, and the country was able to make X amount of money from tourism.
Okay.
You also get to hear we have, during the financial year, we were able to employ X number of people. Expenditures in households, in terms of our economy, how it's doing, the economic surveys and all that. All these are done by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics.
Okay.
Now, our sector has been missing out because we did not have an account with the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. And as a result, you find that there is no information. That
so it looks like we are not making money.
No, you are classified as others because
oh dear, that's even worse.
So my take is that with the satellite account, we'll find ourselves formally into the statistical system of the country, which means at the end of every financial year or every quarter, we should be able to give figures. How many films were shot on location in Kenya? How many were foreign? How many were local stories?
And how much was spent?
How many people were employed? How much was spent? And so on and so forth. That data is so important to the economists in this country.
I totally agree.
And anyone who intends to come and invest here, they would like to see the trajectory of the screen sector as a whole. You want to come and invest at Consa, but you do not have any numbers. That will be a limitation. That's
how are the numbers being arrived at? Who's gathering this information and how are they going about it? Because nobody has come to me, for example, to ask me from whatever I do in distribution or supporting production, how much did you make this year or in the last yes. So who is doing that? How are they doing it? Yes.
That's a very good point. Remember, the National Bureau of Statistics is a state agency, just like Kenya Film Commission, whose role is purely about statistics. And it collects data. It collects data at every point. For example, when we talk about our sector, every filmmaker who wants to go to the field, anytime you want to go to do a production, you get a filming license. Remember, that's a point of data collection. Anytime you want to go and film at KWS or the restricted areas, you have to go and get a permit. If you are a foreigner and you are coming in to film into the country, you get a filming special pass. Again, the immigration also collects data about what you are doing. So this applies. You go and film in a county government area. The county government also collects data as far as your activities within the county are concerned. So all this information is consolidated and submitted to Kenya Bureau of Statistics.
But is it accurate?
But above all, remember we are setting up the account now. In the next few months, we'll now put it into operation. Meaning, you as a filmmaker, you'll be compelled to give data. if you have distributed your film, then we need to know what was your markup, how much did you make out of this film, how much did you spend on average, how many people did you employ, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So when we have that data across the country, then that provides us with information that will lead to key decision making. And remember, statistics are there to give the key decision makers an opportunity to decide for the industry what needs to be done. Government will be able to invest 1 shilling back to the film industry by knowing that we put 1 shilling, but we got 6 back. So we can be able to put now 6 so that we get 12 back. Yes.
I think I see now where the entities come in terms of registering a business.
Yes.
Because it's difficult to chase individuals for this information.
Remember,
but if the business is registered, everything it's more or less captured with KRA and everybody else. So I think I'm seeing now how the information then can is easy to.
I'll connect you to our empowerment program.
Okay.
The reason as to why we came up with the empowerment program.
Yeah.
Remember, on our mandate, we have a mandate to fund the film industry. But currently we still don't have a film fund established specific for the industry.
Yeah.
But at the Commission, we have an empowerment program that is geared towards funding film projects within the country.
Right.
And when you look at this program, we have deliberately put specific requirements that when you are applying to be funded on this program, you must be an entity. You must comply with certain elements.
Starting up now.
And when you do that, our intention is not only just to fund you so that you are able to create jobs. Creating jobs is paramount, but at the same time, we would like to formalize most of the local film businesses.
Yeah.
To come out a situation where you are working as an individual, and you do not have any formal structure as far as your business is concerned. For you to be able to partner with somebody from, let's say, Uganda, who is in the film business, then you need to have a structure. If you do not have a structure, how will you be able to even engage? You have to engage on a platform of understanding and of formality.
Yeah, I'm beginning to see that now.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm also learning. It's also a learning process for me, and so this is why we're just chatting about what the Commission is doing, how we can be able to engage also as an industry, and so these are very important points, even to me. So now, picking up from empowerment program, so you're in your 3rd cycle, right? This year of the development empowerment fund.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the things that comes out of that is, of course, funding. So you select projects.
Yes.
They're shortlisted. There's a committee that is set up that does that, right?
Yes.
And then you select. What happens after that? Because this is the 3rd cycle. I haven't heard of a film that has been produced from the 1st and 2nd cycle. Is there like a follow-up or?
That's a very good question, Iwanisha. From the time we started the film empowerment program, the number of films that are being produced in the country have gone up. I'll just mention 2 films that you may be familiar with.
Okay.
That are a product of the film empowerment program. You've heard of Bangrang?
Oh yes, Robbie.
Yes, Bangrang is a product of the film empowerment program. Other than that, we have Medicine Man, film that was done in
Betty Kathungu's,
Yes. Yeah. Among others. I think last month we had a film by one of our local filmmakers, a young person called Yvonne.
Okay.
Their film was actually picked by Netflix.
Okay.
And this is out of the film empowerment program.
Now here's the thing. I'm a Kenyan. This empowerment fund is funding films or projects in Kenya.
Yes.
I haven't heard about them.
Remember, it's
so who are you marketing to?
It's an empowerment program, and the empowerment program is geared towards local filmmakers.
Yes.
And all filmmakers that are operating within the country. We have marketed this particular program for the past 3 years, and when you look at the history of this particular program, you will find that we have funded over 30 programs so far.
You know what, Tim? That is great. You have funded over 30. But the thing is, here, me as a Kenyan mwananchi, I haven't heard about them. I haven't watched them. I haven't seen them being screened anywhere, unless maybe there's a plan that is happening. But I'm just wondering. No, honestly, to be quite honest,
yeah.
like Bangarang, let me use that. Robbie's film. Bangarang has been watched by more by people outside of Kenya.
Yes.
More than people here in Kenya.
I
I can walk down the street and ask somebody if they have watched Bangarang, and they'll be like,
that points to a problem.
Okay.
A totally different problem other than access, and the problem of distribution, which the Commission is currently working on opening lines of film distribution in the country.
Okay.
As we speak, the films we are talking about, we are currently going across the country through our audience development program.
Yes, I saw that.
Creating
That's good.
a screening culture in the country. We would like to be able to see local content being screened in all the 47 counties. That's why we established a county initiative. We call it My County, My Story. This is a festival that is geared towards moving local stories across each county so that Kenyans can be able to actually access to their own stories. In addition to that, we would like to professionalize the component of film distribution and also incentivize the likely investors so that we can be able to set up film distribution centers like theaters in each and every county. Today, most counties don't have cinema theaters. I think the entire country, we have about 20 cinemas.
Yeah.
And most of these cinemas are concentrated in cities. But that's not what we would like to see. So it's a slightly larger problem that we can be able to solve than just.
So you're going right to the ground level, mashinani.
It's important. We would
so
like
to
Kenyans to consume content.
Because if
And
you
also,
can't make it to a cinema, but if you bring it to me,
it's an opportunity for business also.
Yeah.
I want to challenge you on your set.
Okay.
That today, if you had a mobile cinema van, and you actually moving cinema across the country, you'll be able to get advertisers because the audiences are there, and all these Kenyans wants to watch content, and the more they watch this content through your platform, then the other opportunities that advertisers will come on board because they would like to access all these eyeballs. So I'm challenging you to take up that challenge.
You know what? Challenge accepted. And I'm even going to give you a hint.
Sure.
I won't reveal too much. But what you have proposed in terms of taking films around to the communities, and not only within Kenya, but even across Africa, within Africa and beyond, is something that is cooking.
Great.
Right now. I'm not going to give too much info because my partners are gonna kill me if I say too much. But yes, I think that is definitely a good platform for filmmakers, creatives, to be able to get their content to travel out there. And like I said, some content you may find a sponsor or support or a platform in Kenya or not, but you will find maybe it's in Sudan or in South Africa or somewhere. So not every, I would say maybe platform or territory would be inclined to showcasing your film or something. But there's somebody who's seated maybe in Mali, Timbuktu or whatever it is, that for them, that film then really resonates with them, you know. So I like the idea of film distribution. I would really love to get more thoughts on that because, as you know, Media Pros is very heavy in the. Please continue.
Think about your film that you have produced in Mijikenda, and this film ought to be accessed by every Kenyan.
Yeah.
And of course, not all Kenyans are Mijikenda.
Yes.
All I'm trying to drive at, how do we champion the component of localization? That's another opportunity that we can be able to actually utilize to ensure that films are consumed by more. I would like to see Swahili films being consumed by Portuguese, Brazilians, among others. And when we localize this content to be accessed by other countries, then we are expanding our stories to a level where more people are able to access. Let me use an example of China.
Okay.
China has about 1 billion people, right?
Yes.
Out of this population, I do not want us to target all of them. Let us just target
even
only 400 million Chinese to consume Kenyan content at a cost of $10.
Yes.
If we are able to sell at least 20 or 50 Kenyan content to the 400 million Chinese speakers at $10, you can imagine how much money we'll be able to create.
Yeah.
So the opportunity is huge. In addition to that, there are elements of East African integration.
Yeah.
ESC, Swahili speakers, we have 400 million of them. It's an opportunity for East Africans to be able to come together and do co-production and tell Swahili stories to the East Africans.
Yes.
That's again another area that I see as an opportunity.
Yeah.
If I have a movie that is being shot and it comprises Ugandans, Tanzanians, Rwandans, Ethiopian, Sudanese, among others, then you are actually guaranteeing the producer of this particular film that the residents of all these countries will be able to consume that content with ease, because they are able to see their own characters within the product.
Now here's the thing.
Yes.
First of all, I think there's content out there because I interact with content producers on a daily. You know, Wageshi, can you distribute this for me? Can you, and all that. So I'm seeing definitely there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of, content really that is coming out there. The tricky thing is, and maybe this is where the commission now comes in because it falls under your mandate.
Yes.
It's how to promote and market this content to get it out there. So I feel like there's a gap between content production, definitely distribution, and marketing. How do you think we can best be able to align this so that it's seamless? Is it through training programs? Because again, I also interact with producers who they've created something and they tell you, "Oh, Wageshi, here is my show," and I'm like, "Okay." What was the trajectory?
On the issue of distribution,
I
think we have a lot to do together.
Okay.
One, the commission cannot be able to promote individual films. If you have your product has an A to Z of from production or from concept development all the way to distribution.
Correct.
It is not possible that as a producer and the other person who is also a producer and you both have films that the two films will be targeting the same audience.
Right.
Different producers will be targeting different market segments. At the same time, also referring to a situation where if you are targeting a different market segment, you will have different strategies to apply.
Correct.
The best the commission can do is to provide the platform, just like Kalasha. Then also to map out all other market opportunities across the world, where we have, for example, Sundance, we have Berlinale, we have Cannes International Film Festival, the American film market, the East African Swahili Festival in Rwanda, among others. So when we have all this mapped out, our role as Kenya Film Commission is to provide information to the film industry that there is this opportunity. But
can you facilitate that?
Yes, that's our role, and I'm coming to it.
Okay.
It's our role to be able to open that door and show you that you can be able to actually market your film in this country. But again, you won't just take your films to the festivals for the sake of it. You need to actually target your film to go to your specific target audiences. And that's where the issue of the business plan really matters.
Okay.
Because if you are deliberate on what you are doing, then you will not be shooting blanks. You will be directing your product to the right audiences, and that's very critical.
You've mentioned a couple of festivals, Berlinale, Cannes, and all those. Anybody in the industry, I'm sure you're familiar with this, and there are many more that are coming up, including Kalasha, of course.
Yes.
My question is, as a producer, how does the commission help me in terms of getting my film screened or promoted at this particular content markets or festival? What do I need to do? Do I have to go through a screening process, or is it just free for all?
I think
how do you help
on
me?
The issue of you having your film screened at, let's say, at Cannes or at Berlinale, there are always calls that are sent out to the public by these events.
Yes, they are.
For example, Cannes, Durban International Film Festival, among others.
Yes.
When these calls are sent out, as a producer, of course, through Kenya Film Commission, we provide you with the information that there is this opportunity. It's for you, it's incumbent you to actually apply that you wish to submit your film to that particular festival,
okay,
and you ensure that your film meets the criteria that has been set out.
Okay.
Because we won't just come out as Kenya Film Commission to submit your film when it doesn't meet the requirements of the specific festival. So again, I'm challenging filmmakers to be always on the lookout. What is it that the American film market is looking for, or Sundance, Durban International Film Festival? ZIF. What are they looking for? Does your product meet their requirements? If it does, apply. If you get an invitation, then now come to the commission.
Because that's the process I was looking
the commission
for.
Will not just fish people and say that you qualify to go. Under what criteria?
So I apply directly, let's say, to Sundance.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
My film gets accepted.
Nominated. If it gets accepted,
for screening.
Yes.
Then I come to the commission.
Then you can now come to the commission.
How will the commission now help me?
The commission will depend on what you are looking for. For example, if we have the capacity to facilitate you to participate at the Sundance, then we should, because that's our mandate.
So it's possible.
It is. It's not an issue of it is possible.
Would there be a minimum allocation? Because what if in a year 100 films are nominated? How do you then?
This will depend with the budget allocation. If you applied to go to Sundance and we do not have a budget for that particular budget line, then we'll not be able to facilitate you. But we'll advise you on what else you can be able to do.
And you can at least facilitate with the process. If somebody maybe needs like a visa, you can,
visa, among other elements that you may require within the country.
Okay, that's great. So far, what I'm hearing from Mr. Owase is the commission is here really to facilitate, okay, to help you in your mission. So I think that's a very important point. You know, if you're struggling in an area of funding, talk to them. If you're struggling in an area of where to position or take your film, right? Oh, please do.
I think in 2014-15, we were together in Joburg.
I believe so. We've been together at many places.
At Discope,
yeah.
And at Discope, we had 20 Kenyan producers.
Yeah.
We had 20 Kenyan producers. Accessing the Kenyan pavilion.
Yes.
And all that Kenya Film Commission did was to provide them with an avenue to get air tickets and also to get accommodation as well as local transfer. All we did is to organize the local film industry, send out a call, anyone who is interested to participate in these events, then we co-share. If the cost of a booth is, let's say, $1,000, then we are saying that contribute 500. The rest Kenya Film Commission will be able to to contribute and ensure that the country is participating. Then we participate as a community, because again, I want to just re-emphasize that we do not encourage free stuff. Let us work together.
It's a business.
It's a
We
business.
started by saying it's a business.
If you're going to Joburg at Discope to participate at the film market, then you are going there for business. You are not going there for a joyride.
Absolutely.
And that's why you need to contribute. The government will also contribute to enable you to participate and transact real business.
Totally agree. I think that point is very clear. First of all, we started by saying that film is a business, or production, or whatever it is. So you have to treat it in the manner that it needs to be treated. The commission is here to assist, to facilitate, not to run your business.
No.
Right? Not to run your business. So you have to be prepared. Business plan, budgets, potential investors, and all that needs to be really laid out so that the commission can also be able to advise and guide you. And as you've heard from Mr. Owase, they have created very many platforms or initiatives where you can be able to do this. You've got community screenings, as you've said. They've got training opportunities, funding opportunities, exactly, workshops and all that. So I think we need to take advantage of what the commission has set, and maybe we are not doing that enough. But again, I reiterate, I will go back. The industry or potential stakeholders may not be aware. So yes, you've said you've got a website, you're across on social media and all that.
Yes.
Is there any other way that you can actively engage the community? Because I feel that people just don't really understand what the commission does.
That's a very good point, Wangeshi.
Yeah.
And I want to again re-emphasize.
And that's why we're having this show. It's to understand.
Yes, I want to emphasize that every quarter we have at least one stakeholder engagement forum where we call all film association representatives to come to a forum where we are able to engage, interact, and discuss all matters that pertains to film industry stakeholders.
Okay.
Number 2, we have established a very serious office within Kenya Film Commission for liaison and production. And the role of this particular office, which has about 4 officers, is to run errands for the filmmakers. If you have a production that is taking place, for example, in Turkana, and you need information about the location where you are going, you need to know the climate element, the population, the infrastructure in terms of road, how you can access equipment when you are on location in that particular space. The liaison and production team at Kenya Film Commission should be able to provide you with this information. You want to access licensing permits. You want to access grants from the National Police Service. You also want to access the KCA provides drones and so on and so forth. All these services that Kenya Film Commission provides for free. So our engagement with the stakeholders, as you've asked, it's a continuous process, and that doesn't stop. In fact, my liaison officers don't have a weekend. Their mobiles are always on. They're
already out in the field. But my question is, me, I'm in Busia. And I need information as to how to get a drone license or something like that. Where do I get that information? Because it's not on your website. How do you connect me?
You can always call Kenya Film Commission office. You can send an email. You can also, of course, as we go around,
you can also visit the offices if
you can also visit the offices. As we speak now, I have a team that is heading to Kakamega to undertake a film screening, which will take place this coming week. In addition to that, in the neighboring county, we have a 5-day capacity building workshop that is also taking place. So when we are doing all these engagement programs, basically, this is an interaction point. We utilize this opportunity to also sensitize the communities about the business of film, how you can be able to get information from Kenya Film Commission, and also how we can be able to assist you.
I've got an idea, a suggestion. Would it be possible, just to make things easily accessible, to come up with like a directory? You know, the way we had it, yellow pages, but not a physical one.
We have an online directory.
With like contacts. If you're looking for, as you're saying, drone access licenses, permits, this is the address. It doesn't have to be a particular person, but maybe an office. If you're looking for a distributor, talk to these people. If you're looking for whatever, do you have? I haven't seen that.
Kenya Film Commission
I'm
website,
going to it right now. I haven't seen it.
Just go to the directory. You should be able to access information.
Kenya Film Commission.
On our website.
Actually, it pops up very quickly because I'm very active on your page.
Then in addition, we have the creative database, where we also collect all data as far as businesses in the country, filmmakers as individuals, companies, and so on. We list them so that if we have any external producer who is looking for a producer in Kenya, they can just go to our website, go through the companies.
So where do I go here? I'm just seeing about KFC, news, Explore Kenya, tenders, publications, and ATI Center. Where is the directory? Where is the?
Go to Explore Kenya.
Okay, Explore Kenya. Yeah, we are going to do this right now, so that we leave with answers. Okay, I'm there. I've got that.
Let's go back.
Hakuna?
So, no, we have the creative database. It is there, Wakeshi. The creative database
but you're scrolling right here. We are checking it with you, which is not a bad thing. Not to say it's a bad thing, but I think maybe it's something to I think it's very important information.
Go to media.
Key information. I go to media.
Yes.
Okay. I can see Jadida. Jadida is just here behind the camera. She's telling him where to go. There's no media.
Yes. Then you go down.
But this is not to put you on the spot. It's just a suggestion that it might. Okay, there's media. I can see our CS there.
Angesh, I would like you to explore more on our website.
Okay.
And see our creative database.
Okay. No, this looks good. This looks good. I like it. My question is getting the contacts, the information. Like I've said, if I'm seated in Busia or Kakamega or somewhere, and I'd like to come and film in Nairobi CBD, for example,
Yes.
who do I talk to get that license? Because even as a commission, you don't work 24/7,
No.
right?
But our website
And
is open 24/7.
It's open 24/7.
Yes.
But I may not be able to have access to you directly.
Correct.
You know, or Jedida or Jessica and the rest of the team. So and
But
and
you're
maybe I
surprised
need
you're able to reach me directly. I think you did that last week.
I did, but I can't call you like at midnight. You know how production is, right?
Sure,
you know, maybe you need an answer now at 1:30 a.m.
Correct.
I've just landed in Nairobi. You know, what do I do?
But
So
again,
yeah.
you are bringing out something else that I would like to emphasize.
Okay.
You shouldn't just land in Nairobi and you want to film. Plan. Yes.
Okay. That's a good point. Yeah. Plan. Don't
Plan.
just, yeah.
Engage different agencies in a good time.
Yeah.
For example, if you want to close Uhuru Highway, you won't land in Nairobi and be able to close
That's
the Uhuru
true.
Highway.
Yes, you have
within a day.
to
You need
give
to
note. Yes.
Give notice.
Get approval.
Get security.
Yes.
Get all that pertains to that. Then we can be able to facilitate you to access the same.
Okay, so now in addition to that planning, if I have a contact at least that I can be able to use in my planning, don't you think that would help? So it's just a suggestion.
Remember
if
something
you
else
can at
to-
least give me access. Yeah.
Remember something else the government has done.
Yeah.
The government of Kenya is now going paperless, meaning you are going to access all government services online.
Perfect.
And
I wouldn't have it any other way.
The president
Yes.
gave 6 months.
Yeah.
I think in the next few months we should be able to access government services without you having to walk into anybody's office.
Yeah.
Because the point of interaction using the digital space
Yeah.
has given us room to be able to connect with the publics at any given time.
Like what we are doing now as well.
Yes.
Yes.
In addition, think about you being able to access services from the DCI.
Yeah.
Kenya Film Commission is now on e-platform, e-citizen. If you go to e-citizen right now, you'll find Kenya Film Commission there.
Oh,
And
I think yes, I've seen it.
Our
Yes,
intention
that's
is to
correct.
ensure
Yeah.
that for you as a filmmaker, you can be able to make all your inquiries online,
Okay.
so that we are able to provide you with the information that you require.
Yeah, no, I have seen that actually, and it's very helpful. It's easy to navigate. Actually, go to eCitizen. Yes, the commission is there, and yeah. So I think definitely that's
That
a
also
good
covers
space.
issues to do with the copyright. We have linkages with KFCD
With Kekobo.
and Kekobo,
Yeah.
and we would like to have the interlink to all other government agencies that connect to the film industry. Remember, the film industry is a very unique industry. Unlike any other sector that will concentrate on their space,
Yeah.
the film industry connects with every sector of this republic.
Yeah.
We talk about interior. You interact with the interior because you would like to access guns, you need security,
Yeah.
and among others.
Yeah.
When we talk about counties, all filming takes place in a county somewhere within this republic. In addition to
That's
that,
true.
if you want to access cast and crew are again available in each and every county.
Yeah.
So you find that across the country, we operate in almost every space. In terms of ministries, film being business, the component of trade is so critical. Film is utilized to address so many challenges or many issues around us.
Yeah.
I talked about cohesion and integration
Yeah.
as one of the unifying factors that we actually have. That we, if championed well, you can be able to achieve this within a very short time. In addition to that, job creation. As a producer, you'll find that if you have a film on location in Kericho and you are employing about 500 people, the spillover effect in terms of income and the community based on communication, transport, among others.
Right.
You cannot be able to compare to any other. So the film industry has a significance in the country because it drives all other sectors of the economy, be it manufacturing, agriculture, health, among others. Think about COVID.
Information.
During COVID, I think the communication through film, commercials, among others, played a very critical role in passing information to the populace.
That's true.
And as that happens, you are employing people in the background.
You're creating jobs.
So for us, we are here to champion the same and see to it that there are more activities, and that is the thinking behind the Film Empowerment Program. If we were to put 1 billion shillings on filmmaking every financial year, you can imagine how many stories will be told in the country per year. And if we have 100 stories being told every year, then chances are maybe 50 will be able to go to the international market, and the other 50 will be consumed locally.
Right.
We would like Kenyans to consume their own stories, because local content is critical and it's key in today's business of content.
Absolutely.
Look at what VODs are doing. Unlike the initial arrangement where they used to look at key products that are famous within their platforms, today most VODs are focusing on localized stories, because when you have localized stories, then you create a pool of
it has resonance at home.
Exactly.
Like charity begins at home.
That
we start from here. The
numbers will grow because each and every person within that locale will want to access this story because it's a story they can be able to connect with.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And if even better, if it can travel beyond. So it can be Kenya-centric or really focused about maybe our streets and our story, but it doesn't mean that it also cannot be featured or screened in Nigeria, right?
True.
South Africa.
I agree.
And that's how now when monetization now comes in, especially when I'm dealing with distribution, is you also have to think of a wider audience. How can I be able to expose and tell this story to a wider audience, right?
Screening culture is so critical in this business, and that's why we need to champion audience development within our country and have all measures to see to it that we have more cinemas in the country and reduce the number of bars that we have.
No, please, no, I disagree.
I'm trying to imagine that we have more bars than cinemas in Nairobi.
It's true.
And at 5 in the evening, why can't I champion a screening culture where majority of the population in Nairobi, they go to a cinema hall other than walking into a pub, considering health issues.
Or do both.
Of course.
You can also go watch and you can also have a drink.
Correct.
Like shots, and shots.
Yes.
Beautiful event.
Correct.
You watch beautiful films,
so
but you can also enjoy
a proper screening
your time.
Culture will guarantee our stories being told and consumed by majority. And when they are consumed by majority, then I'm also encouraging the consumers of content to spend, because it should not be an issue of you are watching films for free.
Correct.
Because I would like the producer to be able to pay their crew, their suppliers in terms of equipment, among others, and also to expand this market beyond where we are.
And if consumers pay or they consume your content, that money comes back, so it's plowed back into production, and then the cycle continues, right?
That is right.
Yes, I like that ecosystem. I think we just need maybe to iron it out a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit of confusion here and there in the market, and training. I think it's the lack of understanding. It's the lack of understanding, because when I talk to upcoming producers, not the established ones, those ones know exactly what to do. But an upcoming producer, like I was having a meeting the other day with one, doesn't know even where to start from. He doesn't even know what a pitch deck is. He doesn't know really what to do, but his idea is brilliant.
Right.
But it's on paper. Like, I can't sell this on paper. I mean, I can, but it's just a little bit more difficult, you know. So it's just that understanding. So I think if the commission can also increase more training initiatives, or maybe even collaborate with others who are already in the training industry, like MTF
film hub.
And
our film hubs in counties are geared towards training upcoming filmmakers.
Now you see, I've never been invited to any of those, so I don't know about them. I don't know. I even don't have that information, and I'm the one who is supposed to be telling these people.
Well, there is always a first time.
There is always a first time.
Yes.
That
so
is true.
Film hubs are aimed at providing filmmakers with an avenue to access equipment, access facilities to edit their stories, and also to create a community where you can be able to access various people that you can be able to collaborate with and do stuff. So our aim is to have at least
How often do you have that? The film?
We are based on availability of budgets.
Okay.
Our aim is to have film hubs in each and every county.
Every month?
At least now, no. So far the hubs are establishment like this facility.
Okay.
Where we provide computers, softwares, cameras, as well as a green screen and audiovisual studio for filmmakers within that community to be able to access these facilities. I'll give an example, and I think very soon I'll organize a trip with media pros to go to the Kimathi University.
Amen. You heard it. Please note that media pros is being invited by the commission. You said when?
We'll confirm the dates, but
you heard it.
You
heard it. Dedan Kimathi. Okay,
University.
there you go.
Yes.
That's in Mombasa.
It's in Nyeri.
I was hoping there was a beach somewhere, okay.
That is in Nyeri.
Okay, and then we can also do. Let's do 3.
We do Bomet.
There you go.
Then from there we'll do another one.
Like Mombasa, Kilifi, Cynthia.
No, we are not going to Kilifi. We don't want to go for holiday.
Now you see, the commission is not coming to you. But anyway, but I get it. But I think that's great. That's a great initiative. I didn't know about it. Again, like I said, even this, I'm learning a lot. So it would be good to
just compliment your comment about screening culture. We are committed to have film festivals in each and every region in this country. That's why you see us promoting a festival in Kisumu, a festival in Nakuru, a festival in Eldoret, Mombasa, among others.
And also, those too many.
And also, not really. Remember, each of these regions is unique in itself. And there are so many upcoming young people that we would like to nurture through these film festivals.
Okay.
So there are not so many. And when they compete, I believe they provide room for healthy competition, which provides quality and also proper engagement.
Okay. Like the way we have the Coast Film Festival.
Yes. I would like to see, because of the Coast Film Festival, remember there is now a policy engagement between the county government of Mombasa and its population, so that they have elements of film production directly put into bylaws by the county. If we had that done across the country, then there wouldn't be any confusion. At the same time, the Commission is engaging the Council of Governors so that we are all speaking the same language when it comes to the business of film. Today, you walk to Narok County, you find the fees for you to film in Narok per day is 250,000. Then you go to Isiolo, the same thing, 75,000 shillings. You go to Malindi, you are being asked for 150,000. So basically what I'm trying to say, we are committed to looking at 3 key policy interventions. And those key policy intervention focuses on legislation, key strategies for the growth of the screen sector. Then number 3, policy. This will be able to create what we call a one-stop shop. And one-stop shop through the e-government, I believe we should be able to achieve that in the shortest time possible.
Legislation, policy,
policy, and strategy.
Okay, and I know you've been doing quite a little bit on policy because I've been involved in one of your
because
some of your discussions.
Remember when we talk about policy, I'm trying to look at 3 key areas that are so critical for any thriving screen sector. You need to see a film-friendly environment. You are coming in from a foreign country. You are a foreigner who wants to come and film in Kenya. You arrive at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and as a filmmaker, there is no recognition that you are a filmmaker. Meaning, if you have equipment that needs to be given specialized attention, they may miss that. So if you have proper understanding and a film-friendly environment, you'll be able to make arrangements that will be able to provide this. And remember, filmmaking is showbiz.
Yes.
I would like to see that filmmakers who are coming into the country, and even the local ones, they are being given the stature that they deserve. instead of seeing key headlines focusing on politics, I would like to see my producers headlining our newspapers, our TV stations, our radio, and so on and so forth. And we have that room.
Awesome. So now, as a parting shot, because I think we are kind of running out of time, or maybe have run out of time. This is what happens when you're having such an interesting conversation. Time just runs out. But I'm going to ask, what would you like to see by the end of the year? From a commission's perspective, what would you like to have said I've achieved by the end of this year, or maybe even next year, March this date, one fiscal year? What do you want to do as Timothy or as the commission?
Thank you, Angeshi. Before I delve into that, allow me to just conclude on the key frameworks that I would like to see going into the future. I would like to see more investment into the sector in terms of infrastructure. I'd like to see more studios. I would like to see.
Good point. Yes.
I would like to see the filming environment as being friendly as possible. With clarity in terms of, if you want to close Uhuru Highway to film, what is the procedure?
Correct.
Can I be able to come up with a manual that will be able to provide you as a filmmaker, that if you want to close a road within the city, this is the procedure, so that you are not guessing anytime you want to undertake anything.
That's the information we need, is what I'm saying. It's not there.
Then the other item that is also so critical to the thriving film industry is the establishment of a film fund. I would like to see more money into the industry, because the more money I put into the industry, then that will give us room to have more productions. And when we have more productions, then we'll be providing more opportunities for job creation. In addition to that, we'll also have room to tell more stories.
Absolutely.
Other than that, of course, I now want to delve into what I want to see as Timothy.
Yes.
I don't know why you want me to delink myself from the commission.
No, you don't have to delink. You don't have to delink. But also, even at the end of the day, even if we are attached to one entity, we also have our personal, objectives and likings and things that we would love to see happen.
Of course, to start with, and again focusing on the industry. Because this is the industry I love. There is no other sector I love more than the screen sector, and I don't think I have any intention of quitting anything to do with the screen
you sector. And me both.
So the very first item I would like to see is to strengthen the operations of the film guilds and associations.
Amen. Yes,
that is number one priority. And I want to give it, like, let's say 12 months, because strong associations will guarantee proper business in this ecosystem.
Because you're unified. You speak with one voice, even if you have different mandates or responsibilities and all that. But when I'm there with you 100%.
Number two, I would like to initiate more collaborations. Currently, I'm working with the German government on championing various programs. I would like to go beyond the GIZ and also to bring on board other partners. I know I work very closely with Netflix, MultiChoice,
the French Embassy,
the German Embassy, and now the US Embassy.
And Media Pros.
Of course, Media Pros is hosting us. But there is a lot that we need to actually do together. So my rallying call is to ask the filmmakers that the more you are united with a purpose, the easier it will be for us to actually achieve the aspirations of this sector.
Absolutely.
Also, the other critical component that we cannot ignore is to come up with the proper, of course, through my ministry, you've had the component of Talanta Hela, which is focused on monetizing content in the country, and also being able to create a platform where creatives in general, the entire creative economy, that you can be able to log into a specific portal and access any kind of talent that you would like to access, be it in football, be it in music, film, or any other. So that again is an area that I want to participate fully to support the ministry in achieving the same. Because
as Timothy or the commission?
The commission.
Okay, all right.
Of course, by extension, as the CEO of Kenya Film Commission, I can't delink myself from the commission. Yes.
Got it. Basically, you're saying,
then of course,
that's good.
The critical area that I would like to look at as a person. I told you I went back to school to do law.
Yes.
So that I can be able to champion the rights of filmmakers.
Yeah.
By all standards.
Yeah.
In the next few months, I should be clearing with my degree.
Awesome.
Then thereafter, I should be able to champion elements of IP and entertainment law in general.
That
in this
is
country.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Well done. Congratulations.
Asante sana.
Well done. So you're graduating in a few months?
I graduate
and
in
of course, I'm
months.
getting an invitation.
Karibu
So,
sana.
Cynthia.
Media pros will be there to cover the event.
To cover. Okay, yeah. No, actually, yes. No, we can do that. But, that's your parting shot?
Of course, my parting shot to the viewers is that the screen sector is a sector that we cannot ignore at any given time. Let us put our energies behind the screen sector, champion the creatives to grow our wealth as a country, and also create more partnerships between ourselves and other key stakeholders in other countries. The opportunities that we hold in this sector cannot be compared to any other. So as we continue championing the growth of the screen sector, I want to call on key players within the industry, those who have not joined the industry, that you have an opportunity here. Mm-hmm. Banks or financial institutions, you have room here that you have not taken. Please come and take it up. Finance filmmakers and you'll have more money in your coffers, because this is the richest sector that you can be able to compare to any other.
Amen.
So all we need is to work together, continue connecting, and the Commission will continue building capacity, attracting investors into the sector, advising the government as far as policy elements are concerned, so that we have a properly organized industry. When we are organized, then growth will be something that we cannot be able to compare to any other. Film incentives, film fund, skilled manpower, and also our academics, to see to it that we have more boot camps than we have ever done before.
Skilled practitioners. I mean, I don't think I don't think I can top that. I think he has literally just said everything that really needs to be said. All I can say is I'm just happy to be here to learn, to listen, to ask, and just basically get to know the Commission. And this is not the only time you're going to see Mr. Owase. As he has said, he's very accessible. Yes, I call him anytime, and he is that CEO you want to have, you want to know. So this is not the end of this discussion. It's just our first session. We'll be back to talk about Kalasha, which is happening at the end of this month, that you have said. So we'll really now look into that, like what happens there, how can you engage, how can you be involved. I'll let you know when we are going to have that discussion, and then we can ask questions. So this has been our first premiere podcast that has launched, so to speak. So now it's just moving forward. We just have to keep going with this. So from me is to say asante sana for your time. Thank you for I've been seeing SMSs or WhatsApp coming through. I will definitely reach out and respond to each and one of all the texts, and hopefully at the next session or the upcoming sessions we'll be able to even engage directly, but I'll let you know how we can be able to set that up. But I'm just grateful to have had this opportunity to interact, to engage with Mr. Owase, the CEO of the Kenya Film Commission. Asante sana for making time.
Asante.
Thank you so much.
Me,
so then I guess we'll see you next week, same time, Sunday, every Sunday 3 p.m. East African time. We'll send you the link beforehand and let you know how you can interact with us. So asante sana from Afri+CAN. Have a lovely week.